perimeter initiators and effective players? And then can you still play, or how can you deal out the minutes with THT and Wes with Caruso coming back?
I think those guys will, they'll still stay in there, THT and Wes. And, obviously Alex is one of our best containment guys. And we're playing against a team that has dynamic penetrators, with the starting unit, with Paul and Rozier, and off the bench with Monk and Graham. So, definitely glad to get Alex back for this one.
Frank, this is one of the few teams that you haven't seen yet. They had won 4 straight before last night's game in Denver. Just wonder what stands out about the Hornets to you in this matchup.
Well, the first thing that stands out is, they've been a team that's been pretty far out of the playoff race for the last few years, and right now they're 5th in the East. They're having a really productive season. They have a chance to do something this year. Obviously Ball has given them a big lift. The addition of Hayward. And then, a lot of their other guys are playing really good basketball, Rozier in particular. So, this team is a playoff team. And like you said, they won 4 in a row, 7 out of 10 before last night's game. And we're going to have to be at our best to beat them. We're going to have to be better defensively than we were against Minnesota to beat these guys.
What kind of challenge he presents again for you as a team that's done pretty well limiting guards with varying different schemes?
Yeah, well, his passing activates everybody else. I think that's he's one of those players that improves the guys around him. And, it's not just about slowing him down, but, the way he distributes the basketball, everybody on their team is playing with confidence. So, there's going to be 5 threats out there at all times because of that. And like I said, we're going to have to be better than we were against Minnesota.
Bill?
Frank, I feel like this is kind of a nightly ritual now, but just have you gotten any more of a sense about Mark's return? And then with AD, is he doing anything more? Is there any update on what he's been able to do over the last couple of days?
Yeah, I don't have anything further about Anthony. I mean, he's still just going through his build-up with his daily work, and timeline hasn't changed. He'll be reevaluated, I think, and then whatever that point is, I think in a few days, another 4 or 5 days. And Mark is still in the health and safety protocols in terms of not being cleared to play, but he is cleared from isolation and quarantine and will be with our team tonight, but still has a few steps left before he can be cleared to play.
Will he be on the bench tonight?
He's here. Yeah, I would assume he's going to be on the bench. Yes. Yeah.
Kyle?
First, I just want to follow up on that because how much is of what Mark is going to have to do to be able to play is just dictated by the Lakers, and how much is dictated by the overall protocols? And is there a point where he might be allowed to play, but you guys are still kind of working on conditioning and everything that was lost for the last couple weeks?
It's still a protocols thing. And then once he clears that, we'll make an evaluation as to whether he needs some time to get his legs back under him.
Okay. And just a totally different question, but you mentioned the last 2 games, 36 assists and 37. And so many of those seem to be sort of dump off passes to Montrez in the dunker spot. How do you feel like that came out of practice that you had Saturday? Do you feel like that came out of film? What is making that such an easy move for guys in these last 2 games?
I think Trez's minutes have been up. That's the first thing. We did have a productive offensive film session after the Indiana game, just to try to get some guys going. The 3-point shooting, shots have been falling the last couple of games, so that naturally gives everybody more space. And those are just some good contributing factors.
Brad? How you doing, Frank?
Good, BT. How are you?
Doing great, man. LeBron has had double-digit assists the last 3 games. What have you made of his playmaking since the All-Star break?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the same answer. Guys have been knocking down shots. I think we hit a little bit of a wall going into the playoffs. Going into the All-Star break, where guys were short on a lot of shots. And, I think that time off has helped our shooters. LeBron, Bron hasn't really changed what he's been doing. I think the shots are just falling better, and when guys are knocking down shots on the perimeter, then the lane is more open for somebody like Trez. So I just think you're seeing a couple of those things as a result of us getting our legs back under us.
A couple more, Rashawn.
Hey, Coach. You talked earlier about how Charlotte is a playoff team now. How much do you attribute that to, from what you've been able to tell, how much do you attribute that to LaMelo?
I think he's definitely a big part of it, for sure. When you have somebody that sees the floor and is such a willing passer, everybody feels involved, and it gets activated, so to speak. So I think that that definitely has been a big part of it. And, I definitely would give a lot of credit to Gordon Hayward, that signing, because Gordon has shown that he can be a guy that scores 40 on some nights, but is another guy like LaMelo, who's a very willing passer and is a make the right play type of player. So when you have two guys out there that are playing team basketball, everybody, kind of falls in line with that and feels involved. And I think that's what you're seeing, with the Hornets this year with their offense.
Hari?
Have you seen his caliber of passing from a rookie? Just in recent times, have you seen a player pass like that?
It's tough to say. Guys come in the league each year, and no one's coming to mind. But he's just a dynamic passer, and that's what I really want to compare him to. And like I said, his ability to get guys involved is a big part of their turnaround this year.
Last one, Bill has a follow-up.
Yeah, Frank, speaking of LeBron as a dynamic passer, previously, his next triple-double will be his 100th, making him the fifth guy to get 100 of them. Is that a significant milestone to you? And what makes it a significant milestone to get into triple digits?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of his milestones are significant to me. It's just remarkable what he's done throughout his career. 100 triple doubles. Triple doubles are hard to do. They're hard to achieve. So some guys are happy getting 4 or 5 of them in their career. Or 4 or 5 of them in a season. To have 100 is just pretty remarkable. So let's hope he gets it tonight.
All set, Frank. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank.